Savaged.
This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Here we go again.
More technical problems. We live in the 21st century. Let's get this shit, huh?
Unfiltered.
You're damn right.
Not only should we not be supporting it, but we gave $30 billion. Did you know we gave $30 billion this weekend?
Your host, Michael
Get it, guys.
Gardner. Like a Hellcat.
Get it, guys. Happy Tuesday, guys. Welcome to Savage Unfiltered. I am your host, Michael Gardner. Guys, before I start off the show, I got an interesting topic here I want to bring on the show. Interesting as hell, guys. Really. I want to thank my good friend Sauce for allowing me once again to be part of his show, The Sauce Report, about a topic that I think that needed to be addressed. You know, poor Sauce is getting attacked on a lot of different angles with people from Twitter, it seems. Yes, Twitter seems to be the bully platform. Not saying anything bad about the platform, but I'm saying bad about the people that get to the platform and use this crap to address their dangerous rhetoric. Well, poor Sauce, guys, was attacked by this individual, which, for those who know me, guys, I never plug in names that don't deserve to be plugged on the airwaves. But this motherfucker, I'm telling you, has been going back and forth with Sauce, which I consider a friend of the show and a friend off the show. And he comes on my show from time to time when he has time. Because he's a very busy individual, including, you know, getting stuff with his show and content and all that other stuff. But this guy, man, has been attacking Sauce left and right, calling him a dangerous guy, a this and that. Guys, listen, name calling is one thing, but go into an avenue where it gets really extreme, that's another, guys. Now, he's stating these facts about poor Sauce. Some of it is just nonsense. Some of it is just like complete spin and false like narratives about the guy. Calling him a hateful person and he's not a true American. He doesn't stand for his values. Now, I don't know what's wrong with this guy, but obviously, if you do listen to my show here, the Savage Unfiltered podcast here, I should tell you something here on the airwaves, and I hope you do listen. Because, buddy, you need to get yourself evaluated, okay? You need to get yourself to a counselor. I think you're suffering severe mental anxiety amongst mental anxiety. And I said that on the Sauce Report just the other day, guys. This guy literally is suffering mental illness, derangement, if you ask me. It's really bad, really, really bad. And, you know, what the hell's wrong with this wire? There we go. Wire's all over the place today, guys. Obviously those that are listening to me on audio, this is audio format, guys. We like to mix it up a little bit. Mondays and Wednesdays, which I'm going to get into an announcement here in a little bit with that. But I want to get back with the story here about poor Sauce because, you know, this is disgusting. Because an individual like Sauce, for those who do not know Sauce is an immigrant to this country, and an immigrant that came to this country the right way through the merit-based system, that came to this country to better his life. And that's all he wanted to do. And he did it the right way. But to call him a this and call him that and, you know, name calling guys, I mean, come on, are we third graders or we we adults? I would think most of us are adults for that matter, right? I mean, you would hope so. But I just wanted to address that. obviously you can hear the fire coming out of my voice, guys, on the Sash report that I was on just a couple days ago. You can go back in that library and listen to the full episode in its full entirety on iHeart, Spotify, Google, Apple, all over the place, guys, including Amazon Music. It's all over the place, guys. Highly suggest you check that episode out. Sauce and I got into some depth conversation about this idiot, this leftist goon attacking conservatives, because that's what they're doing, folks. They don't have no fucking message, and that's all they want to do is just attack, tack, tack. It's like a soap opera, or like my mother used to say back in the day, a broken record. The record going around and around and around and around again. Never stops, guys. Never stops. But guys, we got a good show today, a damn good show. I want to get into some things here that I normally don't talk about on my show. You know me, or you've gotten to know me. For my listeners that's been listening to the very first episode going back 4 years ago, on the very first episode, the pilot episode here, Savage Unfiltered. But today, guys, we're going to be talking about coffee, something different set aside from politics of the normal talk I talk about here. With Joseph, I normally have on the show, or Sauce, or anybody that tunes in. So many different personalities I've had on the show. It's hard to keep track, right? But guys, I want to get into this coffee thing, but I got to get a quick break, guys. I'm going to come right back, guys. Don't go anywhere.
Film Degrees at Full Sail University puts the tools in your hands to develop your artistic vision and become a creative storyteller. In our film program, you'll gain hands-on experience working with professional equipment as you create films on our Hollywood-style backlot and sound stages, collaborate with a crew, and learn the tools and methods used in the industry. You can develop compelling scripts in our creative writing degree program, or learn to make magic with lights and audio in our show production program. It's all part of the real-world film education at Full Sail University. Learn more at fullsail.edu.
Let's get it right. Welcome to Savage Unfiltered. Back here, guys. I want to say thank you to Full Sail University. Great sponsorship to the show. Thank you very much. It means a lot. So back here, guys. For those who were tuning into the beginning of this, we got into some of the attacks with Sauce. Poor Sauce is getting attacked left and right. It's disgusting. My heart goes out to Saucelin. And my heart goes out to anybody that's getting attacked here by the far left extremists, because that's what they are, folks. They're extremists. I want to quote something here that I believe deserves a pitch. And I support her 110%. Miss Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia recently said this, guys, that we should stop referring them as American liberals and start referring them as American communists. And the reason why she said that, and it does make a good point, and she makes a good point by stating this, because if you're going to talk about America so bad, and you're going to talk about the people that love this country so bad, are you really an American? No. Because only communists or socialists say things like this, folks. They say things like this because they obviously have a huge chip on their shoulder. Maybe they didn't have a good life growing up, or maybe their life sucks right now, or this and that. That's why they act this way. In my eyes, folks, it's maybe it's just my opinion, or maybe I'm stating facts. I would hope I'm stating facts, right? Because it does make sense. Because when people go to this avenue and they say this dangerous rhetoric, they would have to hate this country. They would have to hate everything that's behind it. And it's really sad. It's really sad that we have individuals like this that go to this avenue. Obviously, folks, you can hear my voice here on the show. I'm a little fired up today, and rightfully so. But I want to get into something a little different here, mesh it up here on Savage Unfiltered. Talk about coffee, guys. I love coffee. Who doesn't love coffee? I mean, I could tell you a story. I've been drinking coffee. Oh God, Shaky, what? Since I was 10 years old? Shaky knows. I've known the guy for 25 plus years. We grew up together in up in New York. Spent some time down in New Jersey, where he's from, and Shaky will tell you. You know, I know Shaky doesn't have a full voice here on the show. He's, behind the scenes type of guy, but I mean, I love coffee, and coffee loves me. Coffee, coffee, coffee. I love it. I can't go wrong without it, guys. But I wanna get into some of my stuff here about coffee, which for those who are aware, guys, we're in the or myself here. I have to pause. There's something that I'm missing today. Yeah, Shaky, my earpiece. Yeah, it's coffee. I'm missing my coffee because I'm kind of like hesitant on the show. I normally am not. I'm normally fired up and full of words, but I'm missing my coffee this morning. I'm missing that delicious hazelnut coffee. I love it. Coffee is, oh God, it's delicious. It really is. So for those who are not aware, okay, and those are aware, okay, I'm gonna say it right now. I am in the middle of writing my second book. Okay. I was so inspired by myself to write the first book, America's Political Warfare, Our Modern Civil War, that I actually decided to write a second book. And that book, folks, is going to be coming out May 4th this year, entitled Through the Savage Door. That's right, guys. Now, in this book, it's very personal, guys. I get into a lot of personal, backdrop of just who the hell I am behind this microphone. I get into my early life. I get into my 20s, my 30s, all the way up to my current age right now at the age of 40. I get into some of my passions, my interests, what drives me to come on the airwaves here of podcasting and deliver my story, whether it's about politics, society, culture, everything, even coffee, what we're discussing today, which I even have a little section of the book with the coffee. And I threw that in there because coffee is me, guys. I love coffee. I've been drinking it since I was 10 years old. And it gets me going. I'm sure it gets a lot of people going. Sometimes I wake up, during the middle of the day when I can, after I take a nap, because I think we all need naps today, especially me. I need a nap. I'm tired as hell all the time. Always working, doing graphics here with the show, with Shaky, different things, and promotional cuts, bits, everything. I try to get on as much shows as possible, but sometimes it's fucking hard, guys. It's hard. But yeah, coffee, there's a story about the coffee today. And I think it goes back to, when I was 10 years old and I suffered a lot of anxiety, a lot of ADHD, and it drove some of my family members crazy.
Oh no.
It really did. And some of this I label in the second book, which is more of a documentary, a little different from the first book that's out. And when I was younger, I was mainly raised by my grandparents, rather than my mother and father. Well, my mother had to work 3 jobs, as a single mother. As my father walked out of the picture with my brother and I. When I was very young, uh, took his life, went down south, and that was the end of that. So I really didn't really see my mother a lot because she was working, 3 jobs, trying to raise my brother and I. So it was really my grandparents raising us rather than my mother. And I'm not mad about that. I seen how the '80s were. I grew up in the early '80s, folks. So times were a little different then than they are now. Obviously, we didn't have technology then. We didn't have these digital syndicated broadcasts known as podcasting. We didn't have any of this stuff, guys. We didn't even have. Well, we had credit cards. I think we had the credit cards, but we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have smart TVs or smart devices like Alexa and all this. We didn't have any of that stuff, guys. So, things were a little different then. They were a lot different, as much as I can remember. But while I was being raised by my grandparents, my mother was either waitressing or driving a school bus at the time, or doing other jobs in between. My grandparents really raised me, and I learned a lot from my grandparents, which I'm going to get into a little bit of it in this episode. Um, really never seen my father, with the exception of going down there at the age of 10. Yeah, guys. Kind of rekindling my relationship with my father at the age of 10. That sucked. Didn't know the guy, which I get into in my book, guys. You got to read the book. There's a whole chapter on that with my father and what I thought about him at the time of the age of 10. But at the age of 10, guys, it's what I was getting into the beginning of the episode. I had a huge amount of anxiety. What kid didn't have anxiety, right? I think every kid back in the 70s and 80s had some anxiety, had some form of, ADHD. I had a huge level of it. I was a high energy kid then. And I still am to this day, now a grown man. But at the age of 10, being a kid in the 80s, growing up, doing things that boys were doing in the 80s, building forts, building tree houses. I was actually a kid, guys, back then. Differently that you see than the kids today with the fucking cell phones in their hands and the video games and this and that. I was actually a kid. Being a kid, going outside, playing in the fucking mud, getting cuts on my knees, giving my grandparents, including my mother, a nervous, neurotic fucking wreck. Oh my God, he was, you know how they get, Try doing that today. I guarantee the parents would probably ignore them. There's no interaction with families today. So, back to the coffee thing. I was like this kid high on energy. And my grandparents were trying to figure out like how to calm me down or balance me out. So my grandmother had talked to her mother, which is, my grandparents, my grandmother, which they had, sadly passed away years back, came up with a solution that coffee actually balances out a child. It does. And it stuck with me. And I think now I'm addicted to it now as a grown man. And You kind of wonder, like, yeah, well, now you have to thank your grandparents for being addicted to coffee, right? Well, hey, there's nothing wrong. Coffee has a really good set of health benefits. You know what I mean? It does, guys. It really does.
Savaged, unfiltered.
My fellow Americans, it looks like some things have changed. Are we doing a good enough job teaching our children what America is and what she represents?
You want an abortion? Get one!
Younger parents aren't sure that an appreciation of America is the right thing to teach modern children.
We're not going to make America great again. It was never that great.
When I drive into a neighborhood and there are American flags, it's a message of white supremacy.
I'm warning of an eradication of the American memory that could result in an erosion of the American spirit.
We need to completely dismantle the police department.
If we forget what we did, we won't know who we are. We've got to do a better job of getting across that America is free, and freedom is special and rare. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of enterprise. As long as we remember our first principle and believe in ourselves, the future will always be ours. Ours was the first revolution in the history of mankind that truly reversed the course of government, and with three little words: we the people. We the people are free.
Pick up your copy of America's Political Warfare, Our Modern Civil War, available on Amazon.com and other platforms December 30th. Get it today.
How's my coffee, Shaky? Need my coffee. I really do. I need my coffee. Yeah, guys. Thank you to Dove. Dove Soap, guys. Check them out. Another great sponsor of Savage Unfiltered. And for those who are just listening to the second clip there, America's Political Warfare, Our Modern Civil War. It's my first book, guys. Still available on Amazon. Check it out, guys. Thank you for those who have picked up the copy of it. It's available in ebook format through the Kindle version of it, and as also through the soft cover. So you'll want to check that out, guys. But back to the show, guys. Yeah, so coffee kind of balanced me out as a kid, and it still does to this day. I love drinking coffee. Coffee. We can't get enough. And what's awesome about it, guys, is like today you can get so much different variety of coffee: hazelnut, French vanilla, fucking caramel, the lattes. I mean, the limit. The sky's the limit with coffee. I love it. I love trying out different coffees. I'm like a coffee junkie, guys. I used to live in Atlanta, Georgia, prior to coming down here in Florida for like 3 years. And Atlanta used to have some awesome little coffee shops. Some of the coffee names were like, I mean, out of this world. Like some of them I questioned, like, who the fuck came up with that name? I mean, they had some really, really funny names to them, guys. But there was little towns like a little east of Atlanta, Athens, Georgia. Same thing, guys, with the coffee names. Loved going to the Athens, Georgia. Excuse me, my words, guys. Home of the Bulldogs. And yeah, man, that's and Florida too. I don't want to leave Florida in the dark, but Orlando has some of the greatest coffee shops, especially in downtown. They have these coffee shops sometimes that they open up to the public with like little special events. It's kind of hard to explain over the airwaves. You would have to go to Orlando to check it out, but I know they have a lot of these mobile coffee, like for those who are familiar with help me out, Shaky. What the fuck are they called? Oh, food trucks. Yeah, the food trucks, which are popular as hell in the city. I know here in Orlando, they have the food trucks, especially around like Lake Eola. They set them up around the park, around the lake. You know, that big giant fucking lake in the middle of downtown Orlando. Yeah, you see it on the map, guys. They set up these food trucks around the lake, and a lot of them have these mobilized coffee stations. And you can see me there on a Saturday or Sunday, guys, sometimes during the spring or the summer when they get really, really popular. And I'm sampling all of the different coffees. And I was there like 5-6 years ago when they had this one event there. And I mean, this is before I got into the podcasting. I was still doing like terrestrial radio projects and stuff for different stations. And I'm going around the lake and around the park here, and these people are like looking at me like really, really like weird, right? And they're like, I mean, who wouldn't, right? You see this guy like going from station to station, just sampling all the freaking coffees. And I'm going from one station to the next station. And this one girl comes up, and she must have been like maybe 24, 25 years old, pretty thing. And she's like, what the hell are you doing, if you don't mind me asking? I said, oh, I'm a coffee junkie. I'm sampling all the coffees. And just by saying that, you would think like I'm homeless or something, you know, like what the hell is this guy, like crazy guy going around like sampling all the coffees? Well, guys, I'm not homeless. I'm just saying that as an example. You know, people were like, oh my God, Michael's this. No, guys, I run a fucking production company here. My good friend Shaky here, producer of the show. We stream through StreamYard Broadcasting. Yeah, I'm up there, guys. I don't have to fucking brag, but yeah, I have to put that out there because you get these leftist people that would like believe every little fucking thing. The sky is gray, it's not blue. No. But I'm going around the park then, and I'm sampling all these coffees. And I must have had like fucking, oh God, like those little Dixie cups. I must have had like maybe 10 or 15 little Dixie cups in my hand, as much as I can possibly hold, in two palms. And I'm like cruggling it over my stomach, trying to hold all these damn coffees. I even went to the extreme of asking one mobilized coffee station if they had like little cup holders, to carry all these things, because I'm a fanatic of coffee. I love it. Drinking it for 30 years since I was 10, right? I'm 40 now, so it's been a long ass time. So, yeah, I just love it, and it drives some of my family members, the ones that are still alive today. My aunt, I love her to death, but she lives up in Georgia. This last year, I brought my daughter up there. We spent some time with the family. One of my cousins, my little cousins, had his birthday party there. We went up to up near Cartersville. Beautiful up there in the mountains. And 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, my aunt's like looking at me. She's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I've got to make a cup of coffee. Where's your Keurig?" Because my aunt had just sold her home over in Cherokee County, a little east of where she lives now. And she was just, they were still getting the boxes, situated and everything else. And, I didn't know the house as much as I knew the old house. So I'm looking for the Keurig machine. I'm like, where the hell's your Keurig? Because my aunt has like this huge Keurig machine that she's got like 3 of them, I think. Like one that she brings out during the holidays. And then she's got another machine that she brings out like on a daily basis. And that's like a super duper Keurig. I mean, this fucking thing is like probably like $250. But I'm like, where's your Keurig machine? And she's like, I don't know. I gotta put it away, like why? Like, make instant coffee. I'm like, what? Somebody says instant coffee. It's a huge insult to people that love coffee, guys. I'm like, instant coffee? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, what? that's like, yeah, you don't say that. Instant coffee. How am I supposed to do with instant coffee? I don't know. Does anybody ever drink instant coffee anymore? I knew that was a thing like in maybe the early 90s or something. I used to drink instant coffee for like a quick fix or something, waiting for the trains up in New York City. But instant coffee, that's disgusting. It's not coffee. It's watered down. It really is. It's watered down coffee. That's what instant coffee resembles to me. Watered down coffee. I don't know if anybody can agree with that, but it's just disgusting. It's just a little story, guys, I wanted to bring in here, mix it up a little different here. You know, I know a lot of people, they love talking politics. I live and breathe politics. I think it comes out of my pores, to be honest with you. But coffee, guys, I've been trying to find a show to bring it on. I want to get more into it with coffee because, like I said, guys, it's a huge fucking chapter in my book, Through the Savage Story. You got to check it out with coffee. And I think that's about it, guys. I want to make a couple announcements here. I want to thank Between the Lines. God, I almost butchered his show there for a minute. Yeah, Between the Lines with Lou Palumbo was on his show just the other day. I think that recording should be coming out later today. I'm not sure of how he schedules things, but you could check him out. I had like a little 15-bit there as a call-in. I was actually driving back from Tampa, Florida, going back to Orlando. I had to meet with a publisher there that's handling my second book coming out in May. So you want to check that show. It was on Between the Lines with Lou Palumbo. I'm going to be on another show, guys, this upcoming Wednesday night with Hello World Talk Show. The host of that show, Joy, which is affiliation of Be the Difference clothing line. So thank you very much, Hello World Talk Show, for having me on that show this upcoming Wednesday night. You're going to want to check that out as that will be streaming live on YouTube. Just search Be the Difference clothing and it'll pop right up. Should be a really, really rather interesting show. Tomorrow, Wednesday, guys, we're going to be back with Joseph M. Leonard. He's the co-host here on the show that joins us here on Mondays and Wednesdays. Always an honor talking to Joseph. He's super, super intelligent. Tomorrow, we're going to have a few guests. We're going to have the Sweaty Penguin podcast joining us tomorrow, guys. As well as another guest that will be joining us, Frankie Marino Jr. Will be on the show from Twitter Spaces. He's a big podcast Spaces host on Twitter, so you want to check that out. Should be a rather interesting show tomorrow. We're gonna get into a segment tomorrow, guys. I want to get into the wrong bar. I got a story tomorrow. I want to share the listeners about a story that goes back to the early 2000s with me and some friends from the Jersey Shore on tomorrow's show. You're going to want to check that out. I'm going to bring that in right away, guys, as we open it up with myself and Joseph before we get our guest on. The wrong bar, guys, because definitely I went to the wrong bar when I was like 22 years old. You should hear this story. It is fucking hilarious for those who know me personally, some friends and other people that met me through the show. You've probably heard this story once before. So I'm going to get into the story tomorrow on tomorrow's show, which, guys, tomorrow we will be streaming live on Twitter. And if you missed the live, it will be replayed in its video format and uploaded to Rumble later that night. So you want to check it out on Rumble. And those who are not video fanatics and you're just into audio, which this show today is in audio format, it will be formatted into audio, which will be uploaded to iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google, Apple, Audible, Amazon Music. Did I name them all? Shaking my earpiece, like making sure I get all the platforms. Yeah, guys, if you really, here's the thing. If you really, really want to see all my platforms, you can head over to our Linktree site, Linktree/Savaged Unfiltered Podcast, Savage with a D at the end. So it's linktree/Savaged Unfiltered Podcast. All our links, videos, audio platforms, information about the first book that I wrote is on that app through Linktree. A tremendous thank you very much, Linktree. Guys are awesome. Really, really good stuff, guys. I can't say more than enough. And then also, too, I have gotten some questions here through a couple of people that has emailed the show. Our main email, savagedunfilteredpodcast@gmail.com, which if you guys want to know anything here about the show, if you want to be part of the show as a guest, you can head over to savagedunfilteredpodcast@gmail.com. I have people that handle that, and we will take all your questions, reply back as soon as possible. And if you'd like to be part of the show, shoot us an email, and we'll try to get you on board. Love to have different people on the show. What else? I think I got everything out. Yes, Miss LaVon DuPont, the woman that was on my show the other day, actually last week. Questions to see if she's going to be coming on. There's been rumors circulating Twitter here, on my Twitter profile at Keep It Savaged, stating if LaVon will be back here on the show. Yes, guys, she will be part of the show. We're giving her actually a segment on the show. Haven't really discussed a schedule on when she will be part of the show. I think because of her scheduling, she will be added to our pre-recorded episodes. So I'm not really sure. We have to, get into a little bit more communication with Miss LaVon there and see what's best for her. So I always want to make sure that I give people airtime, but I want to make sure it's best for them and best for them and best for them, right? Can't say it more than enough. Can't say more than enough. Before I get out of here, guys, I want to say thank you to a really, really awesome company that's been supporting this show for now going on over a year. LiveRishi.com. Love them, guys. Super organic, natural CBD oil and other products on their website. You can check them out, guys. Head over to www.liverishi.com. Use that promo code SAVAGED10, and you're going to get 20% off your complete order. That's right, guys. You want to save some money, especially around these times. Head over to www.liverishi.com. Hit that promo code SAVAGE10, and you're going to get 20% off your order. You want natural, organic CBD products. That is the website to check out, guys. Can't say more than enough. Guys, I'm out of here. Thank you very much for tuning in to Savage Unfiltered. Remember, guys, keep it savage, and we will see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow with Joseph and these two amazing guests. The Sweaty Penguin joining us, as well as Frankie Marino Jr., the story I have to tell about the wrong bar. Oh, it is funny, guys. See you later. Keep it savage. I'm out of here.